Welcome to Lost In. We're in Macon, the city known as the heart of Georgia, and home to some of the greatest music ever made.
Your grandfather connected a lot of people.
People love them some Otis Redding.
I'm gonna meet some cool people.
Never had a pork chop sandwich.
What? Rex Dooley, how are you, sir? I'm doing fine, DJ.
Check out a soul food joint.
I'm getting hungry. Can't come to Macon and not go to the H&H.
Let's try some food.
Get a fork and dig in, sugar.
Woo!
And take in some of the area's amazing music.
This is the home the Allman brothers and their family lived in. The big house.
Where it all started. It was the home of the original Allman Brothers band.
I'm DJ BBQ, and I've been getting lost in music and food my entire life. I'm roaming the earth to immerse myself with rad locals, awesome adventure, and next level foods. Join me in my quest to find the most insane time in the history of forever as we get
Justin.
DJ,
how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm so excited to be here in Macon, Georgia.
Welcome to Macon.
Oh man, it's crazy to think about how much amazing Southern rock and soul music came out of Macon. And speaking of soul, your grandfather, Otis Redding.
Yeah.
The king of soul.
Yeah.
What was it like having him as a granddad?
I mean, you know, as I got older and I realized the importance of, you know, my granddad and the legacy that he left here, started hearing stories and hearing more of the music and saw the influences, I was like, this guy's a pretty big deal.
Okay, now what are we looking at right now?
So this is downtown. We're standing here on Coleman Hill. They do a lot of concerts during the summer right here. It's a lot of great restaurants around here, a lot of great breweries that's popped up, and it's our beautiful little town right here in the South. We're known for our soul food as well, so hopefully you'll enjoy that.
Well, I'm looking forward to trying the soul food, but I'm also interested to find out more about your grandfather. Otis Redding's music, it is timeless.
Oh, yeah.
You give me tenderness,
Yep.
and of course the one that everybody knows is sitting on the dock of the bay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, it must be so important for you to teach that history, to teach that legacy of your grandfather and the music that he spawned.
Why don't I take you and show you a piece of that history before you get on your tour and Macon?
I thought you'd never ask.
Let's do it.
Yes.
So this is our Otis Redding Foundation and our mini museum here.
Your grandfather connected a lot of people.
People love them some Otis Redding. You know, this guy and his music and his voice and his presence is still all over the world today and being received by
All
everyone.
generations.
All generations, all races.
Yeah. When I'm DJing, and I've DJed all over the planet, they all dance to Otis Redding.
Of course, how can you not?
It's got that funk, it's got that beat, it's got that groove. When he did Satisfaction, you know, it was double time compared to what, you know, what the Stones were doing.
Yeah, the Stones first heard it, they were like, who is this guy? Like, you know.
What's your favorite piece of memorabilia in the building?
It's gotta be the money briefcase right here. Every time he got paid, he put the cash in the briefcase.
Cash is king back
Gotta
then,
love
right?
the cash, right?
His manager, Phil Walden, a white man, and Otis Redding, how did those two come to be?
Phil would always sit outside of the Douglas when Otis would go down for the teen talent shows on the weekends. The Douglas was an all-black theater.
So Phil wasn't really allowed to go into the theater?
But Otis saw Phil and invited him in for a show, and you know, the rest is history after that.
I mean, he was quite a presence.
Yes.
When he was touring, if there was another band on the bill with him, those artists would tell the promoter, I do not want to follow Otis.
No, nobody wanted to follow Otis. He was powerful, man.
He made you feel it.
All the time.
How important was Otis Redding to Macon, Georgia?
He knew that Macon was home. And he always wanted to take care of home first. He kind of, number one, put Macon on the map. Like Macon was never put on the map before.
You don't just have Otis, you've got Macon, Georgia, one of the birthplaces of Southern rock. But then you've got, you know, your grandfather, Otis Redding. Little Richard, James Brown came here.
Yeah, it's something down here in Macon, so we're gonna keep it on the map as long as we can. It's always about how do we continue the legacy, and we continue this legacy through the kids and the work that we do here at the foundation. And when you see those kids do their thing and they come out of our programs, that's really the greatest award you could ever have. It's great to see this impact that my granddad still has on the world today. It's
He's
amazing.
still healing souls.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
There's something for everyone in this town. I'm having the time of my life here, and you will too.
Oh boy, am I excited. Fall Line Brewery, beer and food. What could be better?
Hi!
Caitlin, how are you? DJ
Great.
BBQ.
So this is Fall Line Brewing Company. We brew everything that you see here in-house. It's just been really great to be able to provide a product that everyone loves and to be able to advertise Macon in the process.
You know, it's funny, as soon as I go into a bar or a restaurant, the first thing I ask, what's your local beers? I want to taste local beers, local water.
Now we can do that. That's what Fall Line's for.
Nectar of the gods, let's do this.
Hey Nick, how are you?
Good, how are you doing today?
Good, this is DJ BBQ.
Hey, DJ.
Hey, Nick, man.
It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet the brewmeister, the guy in charge of making the beer.
Oh man, I have the most fun job in the building.
Did you go to school for this, for brewing beer?
Not necessarily. I started out my career in biochemistry, discovered home brewing as a hobby. When I got here, I walked in to buy a six-pack, walked out with a job.
Oh, wait, now you guys get to make the food, you make the beer.
We spend a lot of time talking about this. We're gonna pair beers specifically with food ideas that we would like to try.
Do you guys do like Pilsners and proper lagers?
Absolutely. Fall Line Lager is one of our best-selling products, and it's canned right here in-house.
A canning machine, that's impressive. Canning is not easy to do.
Oh yeah.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
Fall Line Lager, beer that tastes like beer.
Now that's impressive.
Thanks, guys. Oh, that tastes good. I think I need some food to go with that beer.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yes. All right, Caitlin, what do we got here?
This is our CB&J. It is delicious. Bacon, Swiss cheese. The CB is cashew butter, and the J is fig jam.
That is good. I never had a CBJ before.
It is one of our most popular sandwiches. We paired this with our daily rind. It's our tangerine wheat ale. Goes really well with something with our bacon and a little bit of crispiness from the chips.
That's the perfect balance. I got that savoriness and that bacon. You got the salty with the tangerine, balances all out.
Yeah.
They all complement.
It's a good combination of sweetness, acidity, and a little bit of that basic beer character.
Wow.
That is my favorite.
What do we got here?
So that is our toasted veggie and brie.
Brie. I love brie. Here we go.
So it's a brie cream, which is really delicious. Toasted veggies, it's got zucchini, red pepper, roasted onions, and a house-made pub mustard.
We paired this with our Cloudbreaker IPA. Hazier East Coast IPA pairs with something that's a little bit heavier in this sandwich.
I never thought I'd like a veggie sandwich, but that was dang good.
And the beer goes along with that to be very complimentary.
You got a little bit of hop coming on the back end. Crisp, clean, easy drinking beer. Woo! You know how to brew beer, buddy. Okay, what's next, Caitlin?
I heard you like barbecue.
What do we got in there?
So we have our brisket, our jalapeno pickles, pub mustard, and grilled onions on a pretzel bun.
Oh my God, that is delicious. The pickle with that tang, the grilled onions, and the briskets cooked to perfection.
Oh yeah. But what you really need after that is a nice sip of beer that tastes like beer. And we paired our Fall Line Lager with that classic American lager.
Oh my gosh. You definitely complimented that one perfectly. That's some good eating. Thank you guys. You guys rock.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
He's a keeper. Do not lose this brewmeister, man.
I agree.
Woo! Well, I'm taking this with me.
Coming up, the Allman Brothers, an American rock band formed in 1969, were based right here in Macon, Georgia at the Big House.
Where it all started. It was the home of the original Allman Brothers band.
I want to see it.
And later,
These are gorgeous.
get ready for some good old Southern soul food.
This is my kind of eating.
Get a fork and dig in, sugar.
Can't come to Macon and not go to the H&H.
Stay tuned.
Lost In is brought to you by NordVPN, the best online VPN service for speed and security.
Welcome back.
We're in Macon, Georgia at the Big House. This is the home the Allman Brothers and their family lived in. They wrote some of their biggest hits in here, right in the kitchen. Ramblin' Man, Midnight Rider. My mind is buzzing, blown. Let's get in there.
Hey man, welcome to the Big House.
Thank you, Rich.
Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having us.
All right, man.
Rich, tell me about the Big House. Like, what happened here? Like, this looks like the most magical of places.
Where it all started. It was the home of the original Allman Brothers band. During their time here, they wrote some amazing songs here, and right here in this house. It was just an amazing time and amazing energy that was here in Macon at that time.
I'll tell you what, classic rock radio owes a lot to this home, right?
Absolutely.
I want to see it.
Well, let's go check it out.
Oh man, thank you, Rich.
Yeah. Some cool posters and stuff.
Yeah.
So this was the rehearsal room in here.
Well, you know, the album that really hit for me was, you know, Live at Fillmore.
Well, man, as soon as that album hit, it was fire.
Fire.
I mean, it blew up instantly.
The live album blew up. I mean,
Yeah,
that's just so crazy. Well, they were a jam band, weren't they?
That's what they were. Dwayne just knew that what they did live is what was going to carry them, and he was right. So yeah, you know, Fillmore East was the one that really put it over the top for him.
You say Fillmore East, that shirt.
Yeah.
That is one of the coolest things. Who wore that one?
That shirt belonged to Barry Oakley, the bass player. That amplifier right there, That was Dwayne Allman's. This is one of the 2 amps behind him in that photo, so this is a Fillmore East amplifier.
That one right there?
Yep, it still works. It belongs to Mr. Derek Trucks.
Can I touch it, please?
No.
Fair enough. Oh, maybe, Rich, can I play that drum set right there?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Can I touch that amp?
No. You're a touchy-feely kind of guy, aren't you?
I am. I like touches.
A lot of cool stuff in here.
That Gibson is just beautiful. Can I touch that?
I reckon we'll let you grab it.
All right, sir. Oh, I mean, look at this. This is just gorgeous. The pickups, Mother Pearl inlay.
It's a 1961 Les Paul reissue.
Imagine this is the guitar used to record Ramblin' Man, right?
You can imagine all you want to, but you're absolutely wrong. I'll be happy to show you where they wrote the song, though.
I'll take that.
Okay, Chris, you got any idea where you're sitting right now?
Let me guess. Is this where Ramblin' Man was written?
It is indeed. Yes, it is, in this very kitchen. And you know what's great about this house? There's so many personal things. Rolling on down Highway 41, the line in Rambling Man. Yes, sir.
That's 41?
That is 41. The blue piano over there, Greg loved that piano. And in the spring of 1970, he wrote a very personal song called Please Call Home, which was about this house. And it started in this kitchen.
This kitchen's got a lot to answer for, doesn't it, man?
It really does. We are sitting at a table that belonged originally at the H&H restaurant. And the H&H restaurant, I think, symbolizes everything about the Allman Brothers Band, Macon, Georgia, and race relations.
The Allman Brothers were a band, you know, an integrated band.
5 white hippie boys and a black guy in this town in 1969. It was easier for the hippie boys to go to a soul food place and fit in there than the hippie boys and the black guy trying to go to a white restaurant. And the food was better anyway, and they had no money. Mama Louise Hudson here took pity on them and said, they're just hungry. I don't care what color they are. They're hungry, they need to eat. And she fed them, and they said, ma'am, we can't pay you. She said, you'll pay me when you can.
Oh man, you're gonna get me crying right here, John.
That? You know, it changed the culture of this town. You can't come to Macon and not go to the H&H.
I cannot wait to go to this place. I can see a mushroom on the apron here. Tell me the story behind that, because I see mushrooms everywhere here.
It has become the iconic symbol of the Allman Brothers. You see that mushroom, it's on our gate here at the museum. It was their first t-shirt. It speaks of the Allman Brothers Band. The big house, the Allman Brothers, the H&H, it all comes together. You've got to go there.
I do have to go there, John.
Look where we're going next.
H&H Restaurant. I love Southern rock and soul food. Fried green tomatoes. It does not get more southern than that.
Stay tuned. Our show is currently looking for little-known gems to get lost in. Submit your city now.
I love to eat, and H&H Restaurant has been on my hit list for quite some time. Mama Louise, Inez Hill, they fed the Allman Brothers and many of the Southern rock and roll and soul stars in Macon, Georgia, and they're famous for their fried chicken. I love Southern rock and soul food. H&H Restaurant.
Check out this hidden gem.
Drew.
DJ, how you doing, sir?
I am good. Thank you for having us.
Welcome to the wonderful, world-famous H&H Restaurant. It was founded in 1959 by Mama Inez Hill and Mama Louise Hudson, and this is where the magic kind of happened with Capricorn Records and the Allman Brothers Band. You know, when the Allmans came over, she came and fed the band, and they were broke. Mama said, y'all don't owe me anything. I'm gonna feed y'all and take care of y'all.
So she fed the community properly.
She definitely did. A decision just made out of love changed her life. Greg has said a few different times that if it weren't for those plates that Mama gave us, we may have called it quits and moved back to Florida, which after that, you never know what could have happened.
Mama Louise could be responsible for the birth of Southern rock.
I would say definitely so.
Oh man, it's a good story.
It definitely is.
All right, well, I want to check out your food.
Yep.
So can you show us around?
Sounds good, sounds good.
Whew. Who do we got here?
This is Miss Tangi. She's going to take good care of you.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Today we are going to make the Midnight Rider and our Red Dog.
What is in the Midnight Rider?
Biscuit, pimento cheese, fried chicken, and bacon jam. You're going to love it. Take 3 pieces of chicken, flour,
egg wash,
drop it, flour.
All right. I love doing fried chicken.
Clap the chicken together, sugar, and then you're going to drop it in the grease.
Okay.
All right, while that's frying, now we're gonna do our fried green tomatoes.
All right.
The flavor is in the flour.
Oh yeah, I'm guessing pepper,
Garlic, and I'm not gonna tell you the
garlic
rest
granules,
now.
onion granules.
Ah, you're trying to take my recipe, huh?
Fair enough. Fried green tomatoes is proper Southern soul food.
All right, get your biscuit out.
Okay, look at these guys. Right? Look at those. All right, let's try some food. Here we go. Sweet, savory taste. Perfectly seasoned, by the way.
Thank you.
I gotta try fried green tomatoes. Oh.
And we got the best in town.
Woo! Oh, that is good.
Now you gotta try that fried chicken. Take a big old bite. You taste the seasoning on it?
That right there could be the best fried chicken I've ever had.
Midnight Rider. Take it in your hand like this and take a hearty bite. You taste that bacon jam?
That bacon jam is perfect. Oh, sweet, savory, tangy. I love your food.
Thank you, it's an honor.
You can taste the love in this food. I tell you what, because it is super delicious.
You're always welcome to come back, sugar.
Thank you very much,
You're
Miss
welcome.
Tangine.
H&H, you rule. When we come back, we visit Capricorn Studios.
This is where Southern Rock was born.
Then get ready for Grant's Lounge, a staple on the music scene for nearly 5 decades.
My dad opened up in 1971.
These two places pretty much deemed Macon, Georgia, the original home of Southern rock. For more things Lost In, check out lostinseries.com.
Lost In is brought to you by Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration.
We are here at Capricorn Studios, the home of Southern rock. This place is steeped in history, and we're meeting up with local music historian Rex Dooley. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, DJ. How you doing?
I am good, and I am looking forward to hearing what's in that brain of yours, because I love history and music.
Let's show you inside right quick.
Let's do it. Come on.
Capricorn was worldwide. There was a lot of stuff recorded here. This is where Southern rock was born. Everybody from the Allman Brothers to Marshall Tucker, Wet Willie, Charlie Daniels cut 4 albums here. Originally, this was built for Otis Redding, Red Wall Studio. Of course, then it got turned into Capricorn after Otis was killed in a plane crash.
This town in Georgia is responsible for so many iconic artists, songs, recordings. What caused this to be the epicenter for Southern rock and soul?
Macon has abundance of churches here. Little Richard, Otis Redding, even James Brown, they're all influenced by church choirs.
Now this piano right here, this is a historical piece.
This was used by Otis Redding to arrange some of his world famous songs. Otis would leave his cigarettes burning on his piano keys.
These are Otis Redding's cigarette burns right here.
Otis's cigarette burns.
That's history.
Above me here we have this beautiful mural painted by our local artist Steve Penley.
We got the Allman Brothers right there.
The actual photograph was taken directly across the street. Very famous album cover, live at Fillmore East.
That's the album that really kind of put them on the map.
It made them millions.
So Rex, where did the magic happen here?
Right over here in Studio A. Let me show you where this all happened.
Let's do it.
Studio A, the historic studio that's been unchanged for 50 years now.
We have Donnie Norman's band here. They're called Fidelity. They're out of Atlanta. So we've been getting drums set up, about to get some guitar sounds coming in, and pretty soon it'll be some rock and roll happening.
This is the guitar room. They're recording right now, man. This is the mic'd up amp for the guitar parts. This is the sound booth, all original. They've kept it all where they've never changed it. This is where Allman Brothers, this is where Marshall Tucker, H&H was recorded, the vocals right here. Oh, man.
That was a blast. Today, the legacy of founders Phil Walden and Frank Fenter lives on through Mercer Music at Capricorn. In 2019, a multi-million-dollar renovation was complete with an interactive museum, artifacts, and murals. This place is rad. And while Phil and Frank's record label is long defunct, little has changed in the control room and Studio A, the original studio that produced some of Capricorn Records' biggest hits. Right down the street sits historic Grant's Lounge. This modest establishment gave musical stars to some Southern rock giants. It's a place where everyone is welcome. Edward Grant Sr. opened the legendary nightclub in 1971. We spoke with his daughter, Cheryl.
How are
Hello. Welcome to Grant's Lounge, historic Grant's Lounge.
This place is amazing. Well, tell me about your father's lounge.
We've had a lot of wild acts. We have a wall of fame, some of the pictures and names of the bands that played here back in the day. You never know who's going to show up at Grant's Lounge.
How about Leonard Skinner, Marshall Tucker, and the Allman Brothers on one stage? Hey, get this, for $1. Yep, it happened at historic Grant's Lounge.
This place has been an institution in Macon for what, over 50 years?
Over 50 years. My dad opened up in 1971. He passed in 05, and we just been keeping the doors open. And our legacy can continue to grow.
Then you added the kitchen, and you guys are known for your food.
And I'm gonna get you a pork chop sandwich.
Okay. Mama Nan.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Never had a pork chop sandwich.
What?
Whoa. See, I was expecting just to see the meat grilled.
Oh, that's country fried pork chop with the lettuce and tomatoes to go with it.
Oh, crunch, texture, flavor, savory.
Thank you.
Delicious. I like you, Mama Nan.
Well, all my customers do too.
All right. How did you like it?
That is a good sandwich.
Well, if you love the sandwich, you're gonna love the music.
Oh, yeah.
This place is legendary. Its existence made a loud statement about the oneness of human beings. Kind of a theme we've seen here in Macon. People got everybody's back.
Macon, Georgia, wow. From Southern rock to soul with the Allman Brothers to Otis Redding. And some of the most delicious soul food I've ever eaten. I'm DJ BBQ, and I properly got lost in Macon, Georgia. Mama Louise, R.I.P. Good night, y'all.